Okay, generally, let me start off by saying I was not going to do a live to where I can only be on myself. I was going to invite people to come up to the panel with this discussion of computer love. So this is going to be a short video. If people come up, they come up. I might not even share the link due to the fact that, Mace, I want to respect his channel and what he's doing. Mace Tiger, subscribe to him. And, me and Gold Professor, we talked earlier and we had this little powwow. And from leaving the Roger report, and dealing with underrated, we all talked, just me underrated and Gold Professor. And, being on the Roger report pretty much prompt me to actually do a live. I wasn't going to do a live till next year due to the fact that, I wanted more subscribers to where my message can come across. And that's why I really didn't want to present this live out to people, just generally, hopefully that everything comes in clear. But mainly was to kind of do my live to where I have the people on here that can pop on. I have some people that already said they'll come to my lives and everything just to talk amongst me because, I support to their channels, and if you see me, I'm on several guys' panels at one time. I might jump on the panel, talk for a little bit, jump off, go to another guy's panel, come back to that panel when somebody else start a panel. I'm coming in, I'm in there commenting, donating the cash out because more or less I donate to the cash out to give the guys all their money. Super chats are cool, lets the people know who's on there donating, but honorable mention, I'll be that. And pretty much this computer love. We talked about on the Roger report. He's gonna go in tomorrow. I'm actually gonna bring my second phone in so I can record, show you how I'm on different panels and throughout. Right now it's getting kind of crazy to where guys are pushing narratives that they want you to follow. And if you don't follow the narrative or whatever they're presenting to you, that you don't belong in this space, you don't have no authority to give your input or your information, your blue pill. Before the pill, when you can rate people, because that's all it is, it's just a 1 to 10, just like they do the females. What are you rating guys, for? They're blue pill because they act this way. They're red pill because they act this way. Black pill, you all out. At the end of the day, man, I don't care about none of these pills. I don't care about none of this crap. When it comes down to it, do what makes you happy. If you want to go SYSB, go SYSB. If you want to be what they call HOTAP and be in the community and strive for the community and deal with the people, so be it. Other than that, man, I'm not letting nobody take me off my horse, man. I'm not letting nobody take me off my crown. I got my wife. I got my queen. I'm the king in this space. You know, guys can come on here and tell me how to be this type of man, how the manosphere, quote unquote, is supposed to be ran and we supposed to follow that. No, you follow that narrative. You know, I'm good over here. Hey, keep doing your thing. You might get lucky because a lot of guys with y'all preaching in the manosphere, you might get lucky because from what I've been hearing, a lot of women ain't following those narratives. So well, how's it working for you? A lot of guys you might get lucky, find a woman that goes to your whole image and everything. What's going on, Tom, man? Like I said, I didn't want to kind of invite people on. I just wanted to go ahead and talk a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and invite people tomorrow, man. But my whole thing is a lot of guys in this space try to promote a narrative of, you know, I understand men need to be on one accord. Everybody need to follow that same path in order to find the pursuit of happiness. In most cases, a lot of guys need to be on that path, man. Work together, set a standard on how to live. But you can't sit on panels and sit here and say that the women are doing wrong, but you're not holding this accountability for the guys. You know, I had a guy on Roger's channel telling me it's all good and dandy if I do the 50-50 rule, but that shouldn't be applied in this space because that's what they don't promote. But when the guy hear what I said or kind of paid attention and listened to, if he call it 50-50, so be it, that ultimately my wife pays bills that I tell her to pay. And ultimately, if any given chance, I can just take the check and, you know, grab it from her and do what needs to be done. You know, I guess I'm speaking to his plight, but he's so thrown off to where I'm not presenting it the way he wants to hear it. Then therefore, I'm not on code. I'm not following suit for the brotherhood. You know, like I told him, at any given time something happens to me, my wife needs to be able to pay these bills and do things herself. She needs to know how to stick and move just like I stick and move in certain cases. That's what Roger Channel was about that day, was the actual helpmate. Somewhere that, comes into this uh building in the house that you're building. And she subscribes to everything that you're offering. Like I say, if the women right now in this space, and throughout, all submit and do whatever you say, what will be your next move? You know, Alonzo talked about that. When a woman, you're submitting, she submits to you, and you just couldn't think of the word earlier, but tyrant to her, she's gonna remember all the things that you've done to her. The color purple. She was saving Mister. She could have easily slit his throat. The whole thing, guys coming off in this whole thing saying that they're gonna be this type of guy because the women like the bad boys. You have to change your image. You have to be a certain man to kind of deal with a certain woman. Like, what are we promoting to the youth? When all these guys going SYSB and you're bringing those women back to America, you know, putting them in an environment in which the women you're trying to get away from. And ultimately, they're training them, telling them that they don't have to put up with certain things that you deem the characteristics that you want from that woman. So you're running from the problem to bring her to the problem. How's that going to treat you? You got to find that woman that you can stick and move with, that you can, work with. You know, that's what the old helpmate was for. For that woman, you can kind of deal with her, move, and not have to manipulate her. Like I ultimately always say, if you have to program a woman, why are you with her? If you have to train this woman, why are you with her? Because truth be told, any person you deal with, that's the person you set as in marriage, that she's already with the program. Why do you have to program someone after marriage? No, you do the whole courting before that. You know what type of things she will accept and will not accept. So I never understand when guys always say that if she's not this, she's not that, she's not a part of the program. And point blank, why are you dealing with the women that are not a part of the program? I never understand how you dealing with someone that you say is the woman that you don't want to be with. Why are we even having this conversation? Why are we talking about these women? If they're not on your level, they're not following you. If you living in your purpose and you desire a woman to be a certain way, and this is the woman that's not for you, you're dating for looks. Let's go ahead and be front about this. A lot of guys in the manosphere are hurt because they couldn't get the woman that they want in life, that society has deemed them to be pretty. So now they have this chip on their shoulder, bringing to the other men that these women are bad. These women portray this type of image. No, she don't want you. She want the boy down the street. Let her have him. You go out there and find a woman that you want. If you can't find the woman you want, so be it. You're gonna have to, just like Kevin always tell these women, most of these guys gonna be the same. They're gonna die alone because that computer type woman that you so called are looking for, she doesn't exist. And if she do exist, you don't think another guy's gonna take her? You don't think another guy's gonna snatch her up before you will? It's slim pickings out here. Guys got to come to the realization it is slim pickings out here for the best, not the good woman, the best woman that suits to your needs. Because there's a lot of good women out here, they can change up. Good women can change up at any time. But the best woman that you want, she's rare. Just like they always talk about it ain't that many good guys out here. Truthfully, there's not that many good women out here. So you got to take that into accountability when you're out here talking your talk, trying to do what you do. So ultimately, you got to come to the concept of what's going on in your life and how you're going to approach it. And like I said, I'm going to do it live tomorrow and I'm going to have people come on the panel. Like I say, man, we got to work together in order to establish a foundation for our people because otherwise, it's going to always and forever go down. You can go SYSB all day. I don't have a problem with it if it makes you happy. I don't think men should sit here and find the women in a culture that doesn't appreciate them. My wife is from Jamaica. I didn't try to pick her because of SYSB. I picked her because she made me happy. I picked her because she was a part of my program. There were women that didn't have kids, and the women that did have kids always wanted something out of a relationship. She came to me with the notion of not needing me or the relationship. She was comfortable with herself. I pursued her. And in return, she looked at me as what do I want from her? She already knew she had kids, so she didn't understand it. You know, like I said, I'm the black sheep of the manosphere and I don't care. Like, dude, I'm not even subscribing to the manosphere. I'm in this spaces dealing with guys that giving valid points and valid reasons and giving understanding to what I'm going through in my pursuit. But other than that, I don't subscribe to this whole manosphere notion because like I say, it's a lot of guys in the manosphere. What are we doing? What are we teaching the youth? A lot of guys come on and say they're not teachers. A lot of guys come on here and say they're not nobody's dad. They don't train nobody. But in a sense, these younger generation guys are lost and they're looking for someone to talk to. They're looking for someone to listen to kind of go through relationships. It's already hard when a young man doesn't have a father. Then he has to look for a father anywhere and everywhere he can to give him some direction. The YouTube video that someone might watch, even my video right here, might be their last hope, you know, before they just say they're going to either end their self or just end in general dealing with women in general. So you got to understand, most of these guys, they keep saying that they're not a teacher, they're not this. No, but these people that you're putting these videos out for, they're coming here trying to get an understanding of what's going on. And the way you promote yourself and the way you promote these videos, the youth are watching. So I just want to go ahead and end this right now and just say, I'm gone, man. So, and like I always say, man, you get the blueprints from your parents to actually build. Everything that your parents do, they're giving you these blueprints on building in society. It's up to you to actually take these blueprints that your parents give you and it's of good standards. You take it and you go forth with it, you're in good standard. If not, you change those blueprints. You can change the blueprints. You can take those blueprints and modify them. The structure is only can change when you change it. Don't go through the same thing that your parents went through. You see your parents go through hardship, you know not to go through that. You see your parents struggle, go to school, get a job, do something better than your parents. Because ultimately, you're supposed to be better than your parents. You're not supposed to live the same life as your parents. Whether it be if they were well off, you should be well off plus more. If your parents weren't well off, they barely graduated high school, you should either be graduating college or you should be getting some type of trade to make something with your life or make something of yourself. And like I always say, we gone.